for the front facing and the neck facing, the back neck facing, I hand stitched. So I used a prick stitch to sew the seam allowance to the inside. I did trim the facing, so there was 2 seam allowances, so I trimmed the facing back. This is the edge of the actual dress. And on here, let me see, yep, I stitched that one down. I stitched that one down. So these will get a nice press, and then those will stay on the inside once done. So the last thing that needs to be done on the hem is the edge needs to be pressed into the seam and folded under, and this will give you your tiny hem. So you can tuck this in and press it. But what I did, because I was sitting down watching TV, nothing else to do, was I turned it under and I actually used a stitch and I basted the hem down. And then on the outside, you're just going to use, you know, test around to see the stitch length that looks attractive to you. You don't have to use a regular stitch length. You can make it a little wide, just don't make it the basting stitch, which is the widest stitch on the machine. Don't go that far. So the last thing is the dicky. I was not sure if I was going to use the actual print fabric or use the black that I used for the lining. But here is the pattern, and what I decided to do was I'm going to do both. So I have some extra fabric here. All right. So my grain line is running this way. I'm going to use the edge. So since I'm going to have 2 different fabrics that I'm going to join together here at the fold, I need to add seam allowance. So I'm going to add a 1/2 inch seam allowance on this end. And then my fold line is going to go on that seam allowance. And then I will cut. I'll give this a quick press. Take a look again, put it on the fold line. And then you can see, I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. And then I'll cut the same out of the lining. And so if you're going to be using the snaps, is you would mark all of your circles right here. And this is where you're going to put your snaps. So you're going to put the snaps on the dicky when this is together, so it's not on both sides. So you would just put your snaps on the dicky, and then you would put the same snaps on the front of your dress, and then that's how you can take your dicky on and off. Is I'm going to sew this together at the seams, and I am going to see which one I like. And then based off of that, that will determine kind of what side this is on and what top stitch I'm going to use, because there is going to be a stitch that you can see running across the top. So if I decide to use the black dicky, I will use black thread. If I decide to use the polka dot for the dicky, then I will use my pink thread. And then I will take this, sew it into the dress. It will stay in the dress. It's not coming out, and then hem it, and then the dress is done. Okay, in my previous video, I sewed across the top, which is not the right thing to do. It's not a bad thing, but what you're trying to do is you have to sew the whole thing together. So I'm going to leave an opening. I'm going to leave an opening right here on the sides so I can turn it out. So there you go. On the other side. Across. And back down. Back. There you go. So here's the dicky. We have an opening right here to turn this out. Let's get this nice press. Gonna trim my corners. Ooh, these scissors getting bad. Because I dropped them. They're not bad. These are awesome scissors. So I got couple pair, but I did drop it. So I'm going to trim off this corner down here. Now, get rid of this. Turn this right side out. Oops, missed it. And you're going to poke out all your corners. And then this will need a good press. I'm giving it a light press because I don't want to press the seams into it. Just a light press. So I'm going to need to pull out the ironing board to press this because it's just a lot of fabric, and I need some of the fabric to hang off the table. So we have this right here. If you're not using the snaps, you can put this as low or as high as you want it. That's one side, and then if I do the black, the black might be winning. So if you're adding the snaps, make sure that the snap, so there'll be a one snap here at the bottom of the opening, and then you'll have your snaps all the way up throughout this opening here. And then you just want to make sure that you give your dress a nice press and then enjoy wearing it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off my dress, and I can't wait to show you the final pictures. And I can't wait to wear it as well. Okay, she is up. She is hemmed, and I did some pressing, but now I'm trying to use this, but it's getting wet. It's making my dress wet. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I need a class in steaming. Because, like, why is it's like bubbling out water. It's straightening, it's flattening. But I'm just trying to get this area here to straighten out. But it's wet. Alright, so let me put this over here where it won't fall. So I need to pin this in place. And I'm going to try it on. Yeah, I do like the black. And I take a belt. I do like to wear my belt in the back, but if I ever have to wear it in the front, I need to figure out how to tie a proper bow. There's videos. YouTube University. Yeah, that's a sucky bow. Here's the dress. So I don't have the dress zipped up all the way, and I'm glad I went upstairs to put on a bra, because I had this way too, I don't even know what the word is, but this is, it was just way too closed up. So, but yes, I think that's good. I think I like the black better than the pink, and when I have this zipped up, this is where it's, right now it's falling over because I don't have it zipped up in the back, but this is where it's going to sit. So that's where my modesty panel is going to go. Take a look at the back. Let me see the back. Back up some. Watch out, girl. Here we go. So here are my pockets at a very nice location, very deep pockets. And here is my belt, so I can tie my belt in the front. Which I probably won't, but so I have room. You never know what happens if you eat a big lunch. And if I tie it in the back, now I get a better silhouette. Remember, this is going to go up here. So this is the long, I love it. Right. So one thing, whenever you are trying on your garment, you want to put on the undergarments that you're going to wear with your dress. So then this is going to, and yes, I'm poking myself in the boob because I just want to get that spot and then turn it. And this will go up here once it's zipped. Wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pull this up for a minute. Look at my side seam. Yeah. So this is something that if this was a formal gown and I didn't want to have these wrinkles here, these can definitely be taken out. Right, just like that. I should get on stage and start singing the blues. You know, my daddy left me. Look, I don't know no blues songs. Gospel. Way in the water, way in the water, children, way in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Yeah, I would get kicked out of church. Happy sewing. Love.